Tigers will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense will have the opening possession of the game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
We've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country, two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors, they know the system, they have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is Biletnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for the receiver. No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
First carry of the season. Finding some room. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Indiana! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Clemson's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Chris Denson, his coaching staff's blown away by how quickly he grasped the offense and won the starting job for the opener. Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Denson. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He unleashes a long one, and it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. They finally get the glory. Everything changes as far as program expectations when you win that first national championship. Fans, boosters, alumni, media, now all expecting much, much more, aren't they, David? Makes the catch and he's free. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Fights off a defender. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Denson. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He now has 72 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got a man. It's Becker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wants to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 15. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Snagged out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Running inside, it's Beebe. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Clemson set up with another first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clemson jumps to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. With the catch, it's Johnson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest.
Ball is loose. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. He might want another play. To the air, it's Denson. Touchdown, Tigers. Fit it in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Beebe there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Might as well give it to him again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The run inside. It's Beebe. Oh, he's got some space. That gives him 54 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Beebe. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Keeps it on the option. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Pressure coming. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Meadow on the end zone. He's got it.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Rushes on him. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And he crushes it right through the uprights. It is good from 59.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Zings it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe.
Grabs it inside the 15, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Indiana sideline. There is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Running inside, it's Beebe. He's got 69 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. looking to pass. It's Hoover. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. They wanted to get that ball to the outside quickly, and it just about went the other way. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A run for the quarterback. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse.
And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Back to pass, it's Denson. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football. Put a knife.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Here's the pressure. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still a second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught over the middle, it's Marsh. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. To the air, it's Hoover. Lofts one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Stepping to the right. Trying to get rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Tar Heels with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. And now back to your game in Death Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The Hoosiers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Checking in with Clemson's coach at the half. Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the second half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Guys?
All right, Holly. Back to throw, it's Denson. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The RPO, it's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Clemson is quick to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Denson. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one, let's do it again.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete in the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's complete. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. The run inside. It's Richard. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Now on second down. He'll run it again. There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Looking for space. It's Richard. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Hoover. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. Keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Moore. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson, in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Coming out with it, it's Morris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for a gap. It's Richard. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. They'll go right back to the run. Oh, he got loose. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Hoosiers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewall for the second straight play. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And that is the play this offense needed, and it comes from a long shot in the passing game to now get within two late, and you know this coach is going for two at this point now. You're dialing up your best two-point play, but what a great job of execution by the offense in a huge moment in this game.
He's looking to throw. Under fire. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana set first down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle, it's shot. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's shot. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws it deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. Hauls it in.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got the back over the middle. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Over the middle, complete to Wesco. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the ground, it's Davidson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Running inside, it's Davidson. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead. And he'll just take a knee in this. We'll start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
Finds his tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the left side. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Indiana. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.